Well, good morning and welcome to the Saturday morning ritual with no makeup on today. Oh my gosh. Uh, it's going to be a good one. We're talking about sleep today, and I am feeling the most sleep deprived. If sorry, my eye itches. If you're familiar with me, every year my life is very cyclical. It follows a pattern, a routine. My work, my job, my 9 to 5. We had a conference. It's always the last Thursday and Friday of January. Every single year, it's a big thing, and there's lots to do in order to prepare for it. There's lots to do for it while I'm there. I got at least 40,000 steps, somewhere around 40,000 steps on Wednesday and Thursday combined, which is pretty high for me. Um, and it's a lot of welcome, Penny, to the Saturday morning ritual. Hi guys, how are you? Let me know in the chat that you're here. And how's your sleep going? How's your sleep going? Let me know in the chat. I so happy that you're here. Good morning. So anyway, I just got back yesterday from this conference where it's just a lot of running around. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of thinking, a lot of socializing, a lot of all the things. It's a lot and a lot of not sleeping. And so we're talking about sleep today, and I feel sleep deprived. Isn't that? I keep biting my lip. Anyway, we're talking about sleep, and I'm sleep deprived. So I'm a little giddy. That's because I'm low on sleep. So that is, and I'm probably going to lose my place like 100 times because one thing that I know about me is I do not function good without proper sleep. How about you? Do you function well whenever you don't get proper sleep? Do you? I do not. I am not the best when I don't get proper sleep. So let us this morning, number one, we got to wake our bodies up, right? We got to wake up our brains. We got to wake up our bodies, the brain body connection. That's the first thing that we do on the Saturday morning ritual. It's all part of, let's see, it's just so bad. Let's anyway, let's get together and let's move our brain, let's move our bodies, wake up our brains, wake up our bodies, all the things. It's important. Yada yada. You know the routine. It's part of the ritual. Can you
I'm saying let's go.
Oh well.
You're saying maybe. Let's find a disco. You're stuck at home being so lazy. Hey. Give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some energy. Wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come dance with me. Give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some energy. Wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come dance with me. There's no fire without smoke, I ain't letting you go. I can see you buzzing like you can't say no. There's no fire without smoke, I ain't letting you go. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body. Come move your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body. Come move your body.
Okay, we're just gonna have a very slight delay, really quick. I have a space heater running and the noise is bothering me, so I want to turn it off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sleepy and the well rested. Thank you. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for joining me. Oh no, Misty's experiencing some pain and she has not had the best sleep at all either. There are so many reasons why, we don't get the best sleep. There's so many reasons why. And it's very interesting. I like humans in general, we're all so different. And it's fascinating how different we can be from individual to individual and the different struggles that we can have. But at the same time, we can be all so similar too. It's likely that, you can find someone who is experiencing maybe possibly the same things you're going through and help you to feel like you're not alone, maybe help you to brainstorm solutions, all kinds of fun things. So it's pretty neat world that we live in, I think, anyway. I do. That's what our community here is for. It's, so we can all come together and support one another, whether it's about sleep or eating habits or stress or God knows, whatever it is that I want to talk about for the week. But I hope you feel connected to us here. I hope you feel like you belong because you do. You belong. I also hope that maybe this is a time where, I can share something that maybe you didn't think of it in that perspective or something you never heard before. Who knows? I don't know. It's not that I am the most educated in the things that I talk about, but I try to listen and read and catch up on things as much as I can so I can share that information with you guys. But by all means, it's not like this is something that I studied for years and years and years and years and years through traditional educational routes. I'm just having fun here. It's my Saturday morning ritual and I just enjoy it. And I hope you do too. Thank you. Anyway, like I said, I'm very sleep deprived today. Oh dear me. I wish I was here, like I could see you, because it really changes things whenever you can see people versus just talking into the camera. Anyway, so that's why I need you to be loud and proud in the chat, because it helps me out a little bit. Okay. This past week, let us talk about this past week. Let's just kind of reflection helps us with self-awareness. When we reflect on the past, we can see patterns. We can see things that are happening in our lives. It just creates, this self-awareness so that we can look at her. That was cute. Do it again, Fanny. Look at the camera. Look at the camera like you look at me, all disapproving. Yeah, do it. Do it. Look at the camera. Okay, she's not gonna do it. Anyway, this past week, on the sleep thing, we've got, she hasn't had the best sleep at all. So we're going to take a short little journal break, and I want you to think about your sleep, and has it been consistent, inconsistent? Have you seen a change since you've been working on any specific goals? Have you made any modifications? What are the hangups with your sleep? How would you, if you were to put a label on yourself as far as sleep goes? Not that I always agree with labels, but we use them in everything that we do, don't we? How would you label yourself as far as, do you easy to fall asleep, but you can't stay asleep, or, have a hard time falling asleep, but once you're there, you're asleep until it's time to get up. Anyway, we're going to take a short journal break. You guys can think about that, write all that stuff down, and then we'll be back to talk more. Oh, and don't forget to share your non-scale, any victories. I don't care if they're non-scale victories or they're scale victories. I don't care. Anything that you want to brag about you, we want you to brag about you, because I want to celebrate everything that you do that you think is awesome, because I love to celebrate other people. And I think it's pretty cool. I got 40,000 steps in 2 days. I thought that was pretty cool. That's my victory of the week. So anyway, here we go. I'll be back.
Even if you can't let go, I'll untie the invisible ropes that keep you down. I'm taking matters into
Oh, I can really tell that I'm sleep deprived because normally that song just gets me going and I get like all hyped up and I'm so excited and everything. And today I'm just like, where's my blankie? I want my blankie. I'm so tired. And it's really funny that we are talking about sleep because I'm so tired today. But also, we were supposed to talk about sleep last week. And do you know what Deanna did? She overslept and slept in, like to the point where she missed the beginning of the live stream and then was like, oh, well, guess it's not going to happen. Yes, sometimes even the best of the best. And I'm not saying that I'm the best of the best. That no. But everybody falls victim to whoopsies every now and then, and that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it if that happens to you. If you're not perfect, if you're not, always on the top of your game. It's all right. It's all right. So Cheryl, I'm looking at you. I see you. You did a workout, an hour workout every single day. I am super proud of you because you stuck to doing what you said you were going to do. And that's huge to yourself. Um, Keeping your word to yourself is so huge. And I'm very proud of you. Your body will find a way to make you rest. Yes, it definitely will. It's like, hey, you cannot go full steam all the time. I have it's a need. It is you must, and it will find a way. It'll force you to. It will force you to. Definitely will. Also, yesterday morning, I was supposed to be down at the conference registration at 7:30, and that was when I woke up. I was like, whoops. But thankfully, we have more than just me. There's other people that we can rely on. And I actually wasn't assigned to be the main person there. I was just there for backup because we know that I take the late night shift as far as hospitality goes. So they know that I stay up later than most everybody. So I don't have to be there, but it's nice if I am there. Anyway, you don't care about my job. Or maybe you do. Maybe you find it fascinating and you want me to talk more about it. I don't know. Penny's got her ear. She's listening. She's listening in. She wants to know all the fun things. So, anybody else got anything to celebrate while we're on the topic of celebration this past week? Did you think about how your sleep was just this past week? Because sometimes we can't remember a whole week at a time, It's hard to recall these things. And sometimes we think one thing and maybe that wasn't actually true. So I find that like having a sleep tracker is just always fun to look, oh, that's how many hours of sleep my, Fitbit or my Ring or my whatever device it is that you're using thinks I got last night. And sometimes it's funny to be like, well, that's not right. I know I didn't get that much sleep, but it thinks you did. So they're not 100% accurate, but it is a fun thing to look at and to see those things. And my Apple Watch died, so it didn't track my sleep accurately last night, but still working on this whole charging of the Apple Watch thing. That's a struggle for me. I'm gonna figure it out eventually. Anyway, please be patient with me today. How do you feel about bedtimes? How do you feel about bedtimes? I know that there are some people that love bedtimes, and I know that other people, especially children, but also adults, that hate bedtimes. My husband is I don't know what I want to call it, but hello, welcome, Lucy, welcome. We're talking about sleep. Are you a good sleeper? Are you consistent? Are you inconsistent? Let us know in the chat. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Lucy. Um, What's your relationship like with bedtimes? My husband hates bedtimes. He thinks, he'll fall asleep whenever he's ready to fall asleep, and that's just the end of it. He also doesn't believe in a 24-hour day. He thinks he functions better on days that are, he thinks the days should last like somewhere between 36 and 48 hours versus a 24-hour day. He thinks a 24-hour day doesn't work for his body at all. So people have all different kinds of thoughts and beliefs and everything about sleep. So I have been having fun with ChatGPT, and just, I just have regular conversations with them. So I said, hey, stupid thing, what do adults think about bedtime? And they're like, yeah, people have a love-hate relationship. And on one hand, they know that we're supposed to have a bedtime, and that we're not supposed to, stay up all night and everything like that. But, there's that other part of us that's like, but just one more chapter. Let me keep looking at TikTok. Let me, watch another episode, whatever. So he gave me like I'm like, it must be a man. They, is that the pronoun I should use? I need to be better at pronouns, by the way. Anyway, just a side note. Which one of these 6 categories do you fall into? Are you the well-adjusted grown-up who goes to bed on time at their regular bedtime and have a regular wake-up time, and sleep is a huge priority, and just you all the time, you're very, very, very consistent? Or are you second category and you want to be a responsible sleeper? So I really should go to bed earlier. And you say that every single night while still continuing to do this and that and the other thing. Are you the night owl? I function best at night, so I've got to do everything now type person. And then, in the morning, you're like drinking your coffee and you're all fatigued and just, nothing's going right. I don't like bedtimes. That's what Misty says. I don't like bedtimes, but I need them for a good day. Self-awareness is key. That's what I say to everybody. Self-awareness is key. Okay. Number 4, the second category. Are you the I'll sleep when I'm dead type? I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'll go to bed after I check this one more thing. Okay, now I got to put the laundry in, and now I got to run the dishwasher, and now I got to sweep up this, and now I got to check that email one more time because I've only checked it 500,000 times today. The list never ends. And you know what, guys? The list never ends. If you let that list go on, that list is going to go on. It's going to go on. The just one more thing, insomnia type person. I think that I'll sleep when I'm dead and the just one more thing, insomniac, they kind of blend together in my mind. And then there's the weekend warrior. I can sleep in on Saturday, thinking that one extra day of sleep is going to fix everything. I bet that has been very difficult for you, because I know that you've identified as a night owl for a very long time, and that's kind of your natural rhythm. So, and it was something that you worked really hard on for you to have that bedtime. So I'm really proud of you for doing that, because that's a big thing. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, Miss, you could switch it around, because if you're going into this whole fitness thing, if I think about it, how many fitness classes are offered late at night? Whenever I see a lot of fitness classes, a lot of fitness classes are offered like early in the morning or, early evening. There's not many late night or nighttime fitness classes, but I'm sure that there's a section of people in the world that's when it's best for them. And I'm just wondering if maybe that's why you're who you are, and you're have been on this path that you're on is for them. I don't know. It's just a random thought that just came up to me right now. I haven't given it any much thought, but there we go. Trying to get it closer to 9 p.m. So which one are you in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Are you the well-adjusted grown-up? Are you the night owl in denial? Are you the I'll sleep when I'm dead, the just one more thing, or number 6, the weekend warrior? Always working on getting them some more sleep. Always working. Well, that was dumb. I just lost my screen. Whatever. Okay. So anyway, does anybody want to guess where I fall on the spectrum of sleep? Anybody want to guess? For me, yeah, it's mostly daytime or early morning, right? And that, that can't work for everybody. I know that there's a lot of people that need different classes at different times. So I know that that's when the classes probably get the most people, but yeah, we got to think about everybody in this whole world. Anybody want to guess where I lay? So I am either the number 1 or I'm the number 4. I'm like, I'm either really good or really not good. It's like other end of the spectrum. So I'm either the disciplined guru or the chaotic sleep rebel. So the thing is that I'm fully aware of this. I've, thought about my sleep habits. I've tracked my sleep habits, and I know kind of where I lie. So the next thing that we kind of talked about, me and Chat GPT, was what kind of influences this change from 1 to 4. Because yeah, I'd love to stay a 1 all the time, but I don't. I have that 4. Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. I so appreciate you very much. Oh my God, you shared it on Reddit. That's awesome. Thank you. You're mostly just, yeah, you're a disciplined bedtime guru. So with me, I really like the structure and it's great. But sometimes whenever I have an idea, when I have a passion project, when I have something that I'm really excited and eager to work on, that's when the I'll sleep when I'm dead thing comes crashing into my life, I am disciplined mostly, but sometimes when I feel that inspiration, I feel like I gotta just, follow that. Go where the wind blows, type thing. Go where the wind blows a lot. So a lot of times what happens is my good ideas come to me on my morning walk. When I'm walking the dog, I'm out in nature, that's when my good ideas come. And then I have to put them off because I've got the responsibilities of the day. I got to go to work. I got to get my exercise and the regular morning routine. And then at nighttime, whenever I get home from work, after, the food is done and the dishes are clean and everything, and then I get, that little bit of time to spend on whatever it is, I want to stretch it into a lot of time. And I push it and then I just get into doing whatever I'm doing and then I forget that I'm supposed to go to bed. So, or I fully know and I say, I don't care. But you know what happens when I do that to myself? I feel terrible the next day. I'm not as full of cat
jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, the sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, the sky is falling down.
Sometimes I make this life thing harder than it needs to be. Not dead yet, true shit. So why do I worry about what I can see? I've been stressing about money for my rent, but the money that I spent last night with my friends was worth it. Sometimes I make this life thing harder than it needs to be. So many lights with us tonight, night. Don't let them go to waste. Look into my eyes, it's gonna be alright, right. Tomorrow's gonna be okay. One moment, one shot. One moment, one shot. I don't belong to somewhere else than where I lay my bags. It's so hard to stay up and don't hide away behind the same old mask. But tonight I got the cool and I wanna go dance with you. So if you are in the mood, it's worth it. We don't belong with masks on. Leave them here and don't look back. So many lights with us tonight, night. Don't let them go to waste. Look into my eyes, it's gonna be alright, right. Tomorrow's gonna be okay. One moment, one shot. That's all we got. One moment, so many lights with us tonight, night. Don't let them go to waste. Look into my eyes, it's gonna be alright, right. Tomorrow's gonna be okay. One moment, one shot. Oh, that's all we got. One moment, one shot.
A new home for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A nomad passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. 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 I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. 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 I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way.
There we go. Okay. Hi. I gotta find the screen. You can hear me now, can't you? Yay! You lost 5 pounds in January. Oh my God, that's excellent. I'm gonna do it. I'm thinking and turn this music off. I mean, it's great music. I love it. No, Penny, you come over here because you already did things to me and made my life difficult. Why is this not agreeing with me? Come here. Okay. Pause. There we go. Okay. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Hi, welcome. We're talking about all things sleep today, and this is not the best thing for me to be doing whenever I'm feeling sleep deprived now, is it? No, because I'm not functioning at my best, which is what we were talking about. Functioning at our best. I had to switch cameras and then it worked. So I don't know what she did to my other camera. But then I had to find this other one that's buried into a drawer and pull it out and plug it in. And now it's working. So, crazy times, huh? Crazy times. So I was feeling blah because feeling blah because I didn't have my vision board and new journal. Oh my gosh, right? Then I read a funny about January being a practice month and it resonated with me. Oh my God, that is so good. That is very good. That is yeah, it's a practice month. It's like, yeah, let's get it together. Let's practice. And then things are gonna, be easier come February because we did all that practicing and we're getting into the routine. We're getting into the regular. And now it's February 1st. So it was just a slow start. It was a slow start. It was just, not a race anyway, but it was just a slow start. Now you have your morning routine and you lost 5 pounds in January. Yay. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. So back to the sleep. So I am either, like I was saying, I'm really good at sleeping, or I'll sleep whenever I'm dead type kind of person. And don't you come over here, Miss Kitty. Don't you sneak under that monitor. Oh my God, she's the worst. I wish I had a camera like to just follow her around and show you what kind of activity she's up to. My pets all missed me greatly while I was gone, and they are very needy today. They are very needy today. So oh my God, you just knocked over my work computer and you're gonna break everything today. So strategies to help a person like me that is one of those 2 types. Sorry. I might go long today. I might go long, just letting you know. I see that we have 7 people watching right now. Don't forget to hit the like button. And thank you for watching while I went through all kinds of technical difficulties this morning. That was very kind of you. So strategies. Let me know. Tell me if you've tried any of these strategies. If you make it public, so you can be held accountable for it. Sometimes helps you with things. So whenever actually I got distracted and I didn't go back to that. This isn't necessarily about the sleep itself. It's about, for me, what my self-awareness has brought me to is not that it's that I get distracted from sleep by working on projects, side projects, other things. And that's what keeps me from sleeping. So if I was to be, I'm good with deadlines. I like deadlines. I like adhering to those. So in order to help me with my sleep, if I just set better deadlines with regards to my other stuff, good deadlines, then I would be able to sleep better, because I would know that, it doesn't all have to be done today, which is, I tend to get into, let's just do it all today. Why can't we just do it all today? Let's do everything today. And that kind of applies for the just one more type person. Just one more. You don't have to finish that series today. You don't. It kills my husband whenever we're watching like a series on, TV or whatever, and it's the last episode is next, and I'm like, oh, my bedtime, and he's like, but it's the last episode, and I'm like, sorry, bedtime. So now I try to remind him before the next to last episode. Do you want to start this episode? Because my bedtime is coming up. So we could either watch 2 episodes tomorrow or 1 episode, your choice, but I'm going to go to bed and not watch that last episode. So that was one strategy. That was really all around. Anyway, so I need to be better with my projects. So these are like some scenarios for me to help me with that. So that was to make it public, to attach a reward, promise myself something small whenever I hit a deadline, to use external events as anchors to tie it to the deadline date, create a sense of urgency, which isn't always good because that's the problem. I think everything is so important, it must be done today. Have mini deadlines. I think mini deadlines is where I'm not really good at setting mini deadlines, and I think that's where I'm going to go, is with mini deadlines. Create a sense of urgency, which probably isn't better. And my favorite one is done is better than perfect rule, because perfectionism can slow you down. So this is the great tool, actually, using AI or chat GPT to talk about, okay, let's talk about sleep for a second. This is me. This is the categories that I fall into. What are strategies that you think that I might have in order to better my sleep? I just had a conversation with it, and it gave me these 6 different things that I could do in order to help with what my perceived issues are with going to bed on time, with adhering to my bedtime. So it gave me some things to think about and maybe work on. And I think I'm going to be working on many deadlines, and I'm going to be working on, what was the other one? Oh, the one thing that I think worked really, really well for me was whenever I set a timer and I was like, okay, you only get 30 minutes. When it goes off, you have to stop. You have to stop. And because sometimes I just lose track of that time. I lose track of time whenever I'm doing something like that's super fun and exciting. So I just have to remember to set those timers. My bedtime timer doesn't always make me like adhere to things because I rebel. Knowing yourself is half the battle. Knowing yourself. So some things that you might want to think about. If you are the well-adjusted grown-up, share your awesome sleep habits with us, please. We all want to know. We want to know how to become this person who just regularly goes to bed on time and wakes up on time and is, well rested and just feels great. Share us your tips. If you're the wannabe responsible sleeper who's always telling yourself, I should go to bed on time, this is where having really specific rules about at this time I shut down this, at this time I do this. Most people like schedules and routines. It's just we don't extend those into the nighttime hours. We leave them for other times of the day. But if we were to do that, it could be helpful. Like I was saying with my husband, also, I should get to bed at 9, and he's like, oh no, one more episode. Decide ahead of time. Have a conversation about it. How many episodes are we going to watch tonight if you're going to be watching TV? Decide ahead of time. Make your plan, schedule it out, and then stick to your guns on it versus trying to break the rules. Now, did I ask you guys, how do you feel whenever you're well rested versus how do you feel when you're not? That's the why behind all of this. Not only does your brain function better, your digestive system works better. Every single part of you works better when you are well rested. You feel better. You have less cravings whenever you are well rested. There's, hundreds of reasons why we want to get good quality sleep. I think for a lot of people, it's important. It's just that we struggle with ourselves. We struggle with, falling asleep or staying asleep. So it's good we have to test out many, many, many different strategies until finally we get to where we want to be and realize that it might not stay that way forever. Our lives come in ebbs and flows, and things are going to change. And when it does change, oh, okay, no big deal. Let's just get back to it the same way that we did it before. Trial and error. That's all it is. Trial and error. So for the night owl in denial, acknowledge that the night owl tends to feel most creative or productive at night. try framing the sleep issue around balance. How can you still get your nighttime energy while respecting your body's need for rest? You can start with experimenting with starting your wind down a little bit earlier. Just little switch ups, kind of like this. You can try a mini challenge, like just waking up, 15 minutes earlier each day, and just see how it feels. I know that it's a switch, and that's where one thing, your identity and your beliefs. I talk about identity and beliefs a lot, and I believe I 100%. When James Clear started talking about identity and beliefs in Atomic Habits, when I first started really embracing habits as much as I do now, I didn't really fully get this concept of identity and beliefs. But our identity and our beliefs, if you identify as a night owl and you keep reinforcing that identity, it's going to be harder for you to get, especially if you're a person that has to get up early in the morning for your work, but you identify as a night owl, it's going to be a struggle because of that. We need to slowly change our identity, and we can do that simply by saying, but I'm working on getting to bed consistently and on time at a bedtime. It's just that little change, but I'm working on. It changes who you are. You're a person who is actively working. Yes, you can still identify as a night owl, but you're working on becoming a person who regularly goes to bed at whatever time it is. It's just that simple little change that makes it easier. And then I'm a person who sometimes adheres to their bedtime. And I'm working to increase that. It's these baby steps, these small little steps. But a lot of times it does start with your identity, what you believe about yourself, before it starts with changing the bedtime, before it starts, getting brand new sheets, getting, blackout curtains, all of this stuff. Sometimes it's our identity that needs the work and not necessarily the environment that needs the work. So we want to, make sure that we're asking ourselves questions like that as well. Do I have any beliefs about going, oh my gosh, whenever I was a teenager, I could not go to sleep. I never wanted to sleep at all because I was going to miss something important. I was going to miss something important if I went to sleep, and I just could not sleep. So I was like always constantly tired because I was afraid I was going to miss something. And I didn't miss a darn thing. Life was pretty boring, actually. But it was that belief that, oh my God, something's going to happen and I'm going to miss it, that kept me from sleeping. I like how sleep gives me feel, oh my God, yes, I do too so much. I love when I feel well rested. I love how much energy I have. I love my demeanor. I love my mood. I am just a better person to be around whenever I've had the right amount of sleep. And that really is, something that kind of, guides me. And sometimes when I get off track, I have to remind myself that these things do not stand alone. This affects other things in my life, other things that are really, really important to me. Oh man, that encourage setting a non-negotiable bedtime. Non-negotiable. Do you have non-negotiables in your life? Do you have things in your life that are non-negotiable? I have. The funny thing is that I'm such a hypocrite in some instances because my bedtime is non-negotiable when it comes to other people, that I negotiate with myself all the time. Well, that's not fair now, is it? Is it? With me, if I decide that I want my bedtime to be later, that's cool. But if other people decide that my bedtime should be later, no, they can't do that. This is my bedtime. So that's just not right, is it? I don't think it's right. That's not very nice of me. Oh, what is your one more thing zone? If you're one of those, just one more thing. Now let me go do this. Now let me go do that. You have to have a cutoff. That list, you know what? That list is going to be there tomorrow. For a lot of people find this really, really helpful. So if you're one of those, just one more thing, just one more thing, just one more thing. Your last thing should be, whatever your bedtime is before you start, brushing your teeth and whatever. I don't know, whatever your bedtime routine is. Include the, right before, write down the rest of the stuff that you wanted to do. And there's your list for tomorrow. It's right there for you. It'll be there for you tomorrow when you wake up. It's going to get taken care of tomorrow. It's okay. It's good. It's all going to get done tomorrow after I get my sleep and I feel well rested and good. Versus, that downhill slope of not getting enough sleep, So. And then number 6, the weekend warrior. Are you the weekend warrior? Do you really ever catch up on your sleep? I don't think you can catch up on sleep. I don't think you can. Either you got enough sleep or you didn't get enough sleep, but you don't catch up. If you deprive yourself of sleep on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, that is compounding every single day until Friday. You are a zombie. And then to think that you're going to catch up on sleep on Saturday, well, that might be great for Sunday, but on Tuesday, are you getting great? Are you getting crabby again? Are you getting cravings? Are you bending the rules because you're sleepy? Be aware of, don't change anything. Keep doing whatever you're doing, but see how it affects your mood. See how it affects the foods you eat. See how it affects these things. And say, oh, maybe if I then try some of these ideas and tips that we're talking about and think about, well, did that affect those things? Was my mood better? Did I feel better? Did I eat better because I was well rested? Once you do an experiment on yourself and you really see the difference, I think that helps to make the lasting changes that we need in our lives. But until we really take a look at ourselves and are really honest with ourselves and are aware of what's happening, it's harder to change. We hear all of these people telling us, you really need to get this sleep. You really need to do this. And we're like, yeah, whatever. Until you try it out for yourself and see how it impacts you personally, that's where it really shows, and that's where you see the value in it. So if you've never tried it, I really suggest that you start there. If you have tried it, this is a good time for us to just take a look and see, okay, where am I at? Did I get off track with my bedtime? Do I need to get back to it? Why do I think I got off track? What are some strategies that I can try? So I've tried so many, different strategies, but it was good to have this conversation with a computer to give me some different ideas. So that's what us in the weight loss community, that's what we're here for, is to bounce ideas with one another, is to help us brainstorm things. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? And something might actually work, because everything doesn't work for everybody. We're also individually different, that we just got to work and find out what works for us. And also what works for you today might not work for you tomorrow. So we always have to be just adapting and changing and finding out, what is the best way? What is the thing for me to try today? What can I do today? Oh, right. Some people, they wear that no sleep like a badge of honor, but I would much rather, my skin looks better when I'm well rested. There's just lots of good things. A to-do list for the next day helps me a ton when I have a lot to do, helps my, right? It helps you release it. Like, there it is. It's good. We're not gonna, it's right there on that piece of paper, and I don't have to think about it all night. Because a lot of people, their thoughts just keep them from sleeping. And I just bit my lip again. I don't want to miss out on anything. Yeah, I'm not missing anything. I'm not missing anything. I think it just gets easier to sleep when we get older. I don't know. We're so much wiser than we once were. Okay, so think about your identity. Think about your beliefs about sleep. Is that something that's getting away? Think about what your current sleep habits are like, and where do you need to make adjustments if you have no bedtime at all. Maybe falling asleep is so much easier when you have a regular bedtime. When you teach your body this rhythm of going to sleep what is going on? When you teach your body to go to sleep at a certain time, it adjusts to that and it learns. I know to some people, not everybody can do this because they have, schedules and things that prevent them from doing it. But once your body learns that schedule, once you have a wind down routine, when you do the same activities for like the 30 minutes before you go to sleep, you're signaling to your brain, hey, it's time to go to bed. And once you put your head on that pillow, it knows it's time to go to bed, and it stops that over processing. And it's like, cool, time to go to night. And sleep you go. I think most of us are dehydrated, and yes, we are. Those two things, like really work on those two things. You can see a change in your body composition solely by focusing on those two things. Not for forever, because most of us need to at some point in time think about the things that we're eating and the energy that we're expending. But focusing on your sleep and your hydration, those two things can make an impact in your body. Oh, yes. Before, when I didn't sleep, it was because I got my best ideas when the lights went out. That was a busy brain. Now that I'm not working, I have no excuse. So for you just need to have a journal next to your bed and write it down, or a recorder. Hey, Siri, remind me that blah, 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 blah. And then you can go back to sleep. Okay, I'm not going to forget it. It wasn't a dream. There it is. And you can even have your, if you record it via a voice note, you can have it autoplay at a certain time of day the next day, so that you don't even have to worry about remembering to do that. You can just set it up so that it autoplays at a certain time. And then that helps you sleep at night because you've got it all worked out. There's nothing to think about. It's done. So anyway, just an idea, just a thought on that. I love sleep. I am really sleep deprived. So we're going to call it a day. Oh, wait, we got to plan for the week ahead. So plan for the week ahead. What are we going to do? We are going to think about our sleep. If you don't have a bedtime, can you adopt one for a week? Are you ready to try an experiment to have a bedtime for a week? If you do have a bedtime, are you ready and you haven't been using it? Are you ready to get back to it? Let's maybe plan for the week ahead to do that. You couldn't figure out what you were talking about the next morning. I understand that. I totally do. I have like my notes. Sometimes I'm like, what was that? That's not, those aren't even words. I don't even know. So yeah, I'm with you there. I'm going to focus on recovering and building back my workout stamina. And in order to do that, you're going to get consistent sleep, right? Wink, wink. Okay. So plan for your sleep this week. Let me know how it goes. I would love to hear from you on that. Leave a comment. Tell me what your favorite thing to sleep in is. And come back next week because we are going to be talking about another one of my favorite healthy habits. Come back next week to find out what that is. I will see you then. And as always, it's going to be an adventure. I got to play this song now, if I can. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. I just love this show so much. It's just, just the most funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Here we go.
We can. Cause I found my way.
StreamYard lets you just add that to your end of your video now, Deanna. You could just. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week. I appreciate you. Bye.